Welcome to Outdoor Classroom 5, week 6 of Herb 1100. And our plants of the week are Monarda fistulosa, or bee balm, and lemon balm. And here we are in a prairie because they still have some green leaves, unlike in my yard. And this is bee balm, Monarda fistulosa. There's some new leaf growth on it, and some of the flower heads are right here. And these are the little buttons, I like to call them, and they smell fragrant because they're high in volatile oils. And it's so fragrant, and this volatile oils will stay through the whole winter. So, you know, if you're in, it's like negative 20 degrees and everything feels really like no scent out in nature, although there's probably a scent to snow, but you can always grab these buds in the middle of winter and squish them and remember that spring will come. And they just smell delicious. So bee balm has a square stem. It's in the Lamiaceae family. It's the mint family, and it's the high in volatile oils. This is a very special plant of plains tribes and tribes all here in the Midwest. And it's a plant of prairies and a plant of meadows, and it grows all over town here in Minneapolis. And it's very easy to grow in your yard, and it will go kind of crazy. And if you haven't tried it, you take a first bite, it tastes sweet, and then it sits there and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and it feels like, oh my gosh, it's gonna burn my mouth. Oh no. Whoa, okay, here we go. And then you want to choke. And anyway, no, it's not that bad. And that heat in it is just really unique because, like, not all the mints are quite as hot. And Monarda is one of the herbs that is very good as an antiviral, an antifungal, and it helps with yeast. And it actually controls and kills on the surface, in the mouth, all sorts of herbs. It is a diaphoretic, so it opens up the pores and fevers. It's a fantastic remedy for colds and flus. I like to use the flowers, but you can also use just the leaves. It is great against yeast infection and urinary tract infections, as a tea or a tincture. That is one of my uses for it. And another thing that Monarda is used for is sunburn and burns. And even though it has that hot taste, if you chew it up and put it on a burn, it will take down the pain and cause a second-degree burn to not even blister. And you can also use the tincture topically, but that is called the spit poultice for Monarda. And if you have a burn, which so many people do get, it is going to heal the skin. And what's neat about Monarda is that even if you get the burn afterwards and it's scarring, it is going to decrease the scarring later on. So it actually heals down in a deep level of the skin, much like St. John's wort, which is also a fantastic burn remedy. And it will heal the skin from the deepest layer of the skin so that the scarring eventually goes down. And Monarda is a great scar remedy as well. And you can use tincture topically as a liniment, or you can use a spit poultice, or you can use a tea poultice or anything like that. And it's called bee balm because this particular species, Monarda fistulosa, is a lavender color. Some people grow in their yards the red color. It is a favorite of herbalists to argue which one's better. And if you go out east, they will argue that the red is better. And if you the more you get closer to the plains, the purple's better. So I don't know. I use the purple. I use what grows in abundance in my ecosystem. And Monarda fistulosa is the one. And it's called bee balm because bees love it. And there are even some honeys that you can taste the amount of Monarda that's in them because it has that spicy, hot flavor. And one of the neat things about Monarda is it was used by the tribes for all sorts of things. I mean, just as an anti-infection, antimicrobial, but as well as an herb for sunburns and the like. So it's been used kind of the same way we use it. We use it the same now as the tribes did. It is, because of the volatile oils and the aromatic quality of it, it relaxes the system. And this is one of the herbs for really passionate, when you're really passionate about something and you're losing your mind. And you are so passionate about it, you will not stop until you and whoever's working with you has been completely annihilated with exhaustion. And so passionate about it, you just keep going. And it also is an herb for anger, and it's really specific for people that just have like red cheeks all the time, and it cools them off, even though the taste is hot, which is just, I guess, how the diaphoretic works. And it has more thyme in it than thymol. It has more thymol than thyme. That makes more sense. It has more thymol in it than thyme itself. And a very strong, which kills like 99% of microorganisms. So we can think of this as a great addition to our gardens to help us get through the cold season. And it gets rid of any itchy, burny feeling from urinary tract infections. So a good one to think about, the burning sensation that I have to go to the bathroom and it's burning and it's really obnoxious and annoying. This is one of the herbs for that. I think that is all we're going to say about Monarda today, but it's beautiful, pale flowers that are very familiar. And now that it's fall and we're going into winter, you're going to see a lot of these little buds that they just look like they actually look like little wasps' nests if you think about it, but very cute little buttons. Not many seeds. Our other herb of the week is lemon balm, Melissa officinalis. And here it is here. Now, you can get it kind of confused with a look-alike. What is the difference about these two? What can we see that's different? Both of them are in the Lamiaceae family. Both of them have square stems. Their leaves look awfully similar. But this one is more gray on the back, but they look awfully similar. How am I going to tell what this one is and what this one is and what's the difference? Well, because we are dealing with the mint family, all we have to do is smell. If you're ever wondering what plant something is, don't just go, "What plant are you?" Grab it, smell it. Catnip. And kitties love it. And all you have to do, and kitties know that catnip is lovely, and they love fresh catnip. Not all kitties, but they know what to do with catnip. So the other help that you can have in plant identification is a kitty. But this one is a lemon balm because it smells lemony and tastes lemony. and taste like lemons. So that is how we can use plant ID. And the more you get used to using what is called organoleptics, or your ability to touch, taste, feel, smell in your interaction with the natural world, the smarter your senses are going to be. And it's going to be more than just using our eyes. And so I encourage you to do that, because that is actually how my cat figures out where the catnip is she is using her organoleptics. So skills that you can actually practice and train. And on top of that, like we said in other times, is that we actually use these tastes and smells to tell us what type of medicinal action a plant is going to have. So lemon balm has been a newer love for me. I wasn't taught everything about lemon balm when I first studied herbal medicine, and I didn't grow lemon balm for the longest time, and now I want it to take over my whole shade garden. And there is just something so pleasing about lemon balm's action, and maybe it's something that grows on you as you become an herbalist, that you have this herb that is so gentle, can be used with children, adults alike, can be used every day as a tea to calm the nervous system, and as well, it's a strong antiviral. So the other thing with lemon balm is that it is a thyroid regulator. And so if someone has hypothyroid, you can put it in a formula. If someone has hyperthyroid, you can put it in a formula. And it actually regulates our metabolism, which is crazy. How does a plant know how to do that and talk to our thyroid? So, and you'll see that some people write about lemon balm that it's bad for hypothyroid folks. It is in all of my hypothyroid formulas because it is not bad. It is actually super helpful. It has a diaphoretic action that's just cooling, so it just cools the body down. It can help prevent heat stroke. It's also, when you look at herbalist formulas, what's fascinating for me when I see that it's in formulas for colds, it's in formulas for chicken pox, it is in formulas it is one of the main herbs for shingles. It is in formulas topically for molluscum, or the viral warts, or any viral. When people come to me and they're like, I have this weird viral rash on my torso or my body, and the doctor doesn't know what it is. They think it's this, but they don't, they're not going to get me a clear diagnosis. They say it's supposed to go away in 2 weeks. And I always think, like, lemon balm, just try it. Put some tea on, take a bath with it. It's very strong against herpes, both genital herpes and cold sores of the mouth, so herpes 3. And what's interesting about those is that people get outbreaks of herpes when they're in like a serious amount of stress. So lemon balm is unnerving, and actually both gets rid of the herpes virus and takes the load down, but as well gets rid of the stress that causes the immune system to lower down and have the outbreak happen. So there's so many things about lemon balm, and it tastes lovely. So for children, this is one of the herbs that works the best against hand, foot, and mouth virus, which started rising up around the time my kids were young. And kids can take lemon balm. They were happy to take it. And you can put lemon balm in popsicles because it tastes like lemon. And when people have hand, foot, and mouth disease, the whole mouth is excruciating and painful, and it's painful even to drink water. And if they can suck on a popsicle with lemon balm, well, hell, that is going to feel great. So that is lemon balm and so many of its lovely uses. And it's another plant that is very helpful for pollinating insects, and the bees love it. And here is the little seed heads all wrapped up in this Chinese vine. But the flowers the bees love, and that's why it's called Melissa. And it was planted in Europe, in the folklore there, but also still in practice, is that they planted Melissa around the hive so the bees knew how to get home. So that is Melissa officinalis, our second herb of the week.